What's your favorite thing about choir?
My favorite thing about choir is that you have a lot of sections to choose from. Well, if you're in mixed choir, you have the baritone section to choose from.
And what advice would you give to new kids from choir?
If you have a deeper girl voice, you could sing baritone instead of just soprano and alto.
So what's your favorite thing about choir?
I really like the teacher. She's really nice and she isn't super mean at all.
All right, and what advice would you give to new kids who are starting choir?
To not be scared when you walk in or out of the room. Just sit down, be kind of calm, and have a really good time.
So what's your favorite thing about choir?
My favorite thing about choir is the Miss Warrenson. She's really nice and funny.
And what advice would you give to new kids who are starting choir?
Just try your best and don't be mean because choir is awesome.
What's your favorite thing about choir?
My favorite thing about choir is when everybody gets to sing and pitch in,
Okay, and what advice would you give to new kids who are starting choir?
What I would give advice to new kids is that you should never fail when you done a mistake in a song.
So what's your favorite thing about choir?
My favorite thing about choir is the singing.
And what advice would you give to new kids who are starting choir?
That when you are singing, try your hardest.
So what's your favorite thing about choir?
My favorite thing about choir is that you get to choose your own section, and instead of them placing you just by you singing scales or something.
And what advice would you give to new kids who are starting choir?
Just have a positive attitude and have fun.
So what's your favorite thing about choir?
My favorite thing is probably Miss Warrenson. She's so funny. It's awesome.
And what advice would you give to new kids who are starting choir?
If you sing, don't be nervous or embarrassed of your voice, because that happens to everyone who joins choir. My first time, I was like that. So just don't feel nervous.
So what's your favorite thing about choir?
My favorite thing about choir is all the people in it.
And what advice would you give to new kids who are starting choir?
To not be scared of Miss Gwanson when you first go there, because she can be a little bit scary when she's mad.